Hello, how are you? I hope everybody is all right, everybody is fine. Almost weekend, tomorrow is Friday, and the body knows about it. Welcome to another session of Learning English with the Beatles. In fact, in this moment with the Silver Beatles, okay? And we are going to review the second song of this album, which is Memphis. Okay, Memphis. Lead vocal John, and let's see what we find with Memphis. All right, very well. This is a nice story. You are going to enjoy it. Memphis, okay? That's what we have. Long distance information. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. So is somebody calling the operator for long distance, for a long distance call? And they are calling, we don't know from where they are calling, but we know where they are calling to. They're calling, they want to have a call to Memphis, Tennessee. Try to find the party, trying to get to touch with me, okay? Trying to find the party. First of all, party. Party is interesting because it has different meanings. One of them is, yeah, dancing, music, and dancing. No, let's go to a party. Let's organize a party, okay? A social gathering for conversation, refreshments. A group gathered for some special purpose or task, like the political parties, okay? Oh, well, that's number 3. A political group seeking political power for directing government policy. A person or group that participates in some action. One of the litigants in a legal proceeding, a plaintiff or defendant. Okay, very well. But we have also here, number 12, okay? This is the one that we must be interested on. A person participating in a telephone conversation, okay? So that's the idea. Try to find the party, okay? The person who is going to have a conversation with me. Trying, the person who was trying to get in touch with me. So that gives us the idea that somebody called him first, and then he is calling back, okay? Through the operator. Long distance information. Give me Memphis, Tennessee. Try to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She could not leave her number. Okay, she just called, but she didn't leave her number. But I know who placed the call, but he knows the singer. The singer is completely sure who called. Because my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Okay, somebody else received the call. That was the uncle. The uncle received the call and he wrote the message on the wall. But he's pretty sure who's trying to reach him. And then we have help me information, get in touch with my Marie. Okay, now we know the name of the girl. We know the name of the party who was trying to get in touch with him. And the name is Marie, okay, Marie. Get help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here, okay? That's why he's completely sure who was trying to reach him, because according to his perspective, Marie is the only person who would phone him there. From Memphis, Tennessee, okay? So we know for sure that he knows that Marie is in Memphis, Tennessee, and then he received a call, well, his uncle received a call from Memphis, Tennessee, and the message was written on the wall, and he's pretty sure who called, and that one was his Marie. Now let's find out who Marie is. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, just beyond the ridge, just a half of a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Okay, so we're talking about Memphis, Tennessee, and the reference is the Mississippi Bridge, and also Beyond the Ridge. And let's take a look to Ridge. Ridge. A long, narrow elevation of land. The long and narrow upper edge of something as a hill or wave. Any raised narrow strip as on cloth. On a weather chart, a narrow elongated area of high pressure. Okay, so we can see that the top of a roof at the junction of the sloping side. And let's see this one, number one, a long narrow raised, a long narrow raised land formation with sloping sides, especially one formed by the meeting of two faces of a mountain or of a mountain buttress or spur. So mountains, hills, okay, and the encounter, and that's the ridge, like the limit, okay? Let's go back to the lyrics. And just a half mile from the Mississippi Bridge, okay? So he knows perfectly where Mary lives. And he's pretty sure that she called. Okay, very well. Now, help me information more than that I cannot add. That's the only information that he has. I mean, he doesn't have the number, the telephone number, but probably with the name and with the address, maybe it is possible to have a conversation with this party. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart. We were pulled apart because her mom would not agree. Help me. Pulled apart. Okay. To make it easy, I am going to use the Google Translate to see what's pulled apart. Okay, separate. Okay, and that's the idea, no? Separate. Well, this I can tell you that these are very simple lyrics, and that this was the version of the Beatles. But what we have is that Memphis is a song that was written by oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Memphis song. And then Chuck Berry, okay? Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry wrote this song in 1959. What a beautiful year, 1959, Memphis, Tennessee. Sometimes shortened to Memphis, like in the record of the Beatles, the Silver Beatles. It's only Memphis, okay? I will show you later. And it's a song by Chuck Berry. You know Chuck Berry? Okay, yeah. An American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, and one of the pioneers of rock and roll music, nicknamed the father of rock and roll, okay? The father of rock and roll, Chuck Berry. And it was first released in 1959. What a great year. In the United Kingdom, the song charted at number 6 in 1963. At the same time, Decca, remember Decca Records? Yeah, Decca Records, they say Decca Records. Decca Records selected the tremoloists over performers who leave some selected the London-based tremolos instead of the Beatles, okay? And that was the story in my previous session of learning English with the Beatles. Well, this is the Records issued a cover version in the United Kingdom by Dave Berry and the Cruisers. Dave Berry and the Cruisers. Dave Berry is an English rock singer and former teen idol in the 60s, in 1960s, which also became a UK top 20 single. Johnny Rivers, okay, I think that this is probably one of the most popular, even more popular than the version of the Beatles. in my opinion, Johnny Rivers. Johnny Rivers is an American musician, singer, songwriter, and record producer. His repertoire includes pop, folk, blues, and all-time rock and roll. Rivers charted during the 1960s and 1970s, but remains best known for a string of hit singles. Okay, and this is one of them, Memphis, and was #2 in the USA in 1964. Now, background, okay? In the song, the narrator is speaking to a long distance operator. We commented that. Trying to find out the number of a girl named Marie, who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, on the south side, high up on a ridge, just a half-mile from the Mississippi Bridge. The narrator offers the information to the operator at first, only that he misses Marie and that they were separated by Marie's mother. The final verse reveals that Mary is, in fact, the narrator's 6-year-old daughter. Her mother, presumably the narrator's ex-wife, tore apart our happy home because she did not agree, as it turned out, with their marriage. Not as long with Marie as the listener was misdirected and yes, okay. Now, what it is necessary is to take a look to the original version, because this version of the Beatles is shortened. The lyrics are not complete, and we need information, like the one that they are talking about, the finding out that the Mary is the singer's daughter. So let's try Memphis lyrics, but chocolate, okay? Okay, and we have Memphis, Tennessee. Long distance information, okay, me Memphis, Tennessee. Can find a party trying to get in touch with me, okay? She could not leave her number, but I know who placed the call because my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. The same, okay? Tell me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who found me here from the Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on a ridge, just a half-mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Tell me information. More than that, I cannot add, only that I miss her and all the fun we had. But we were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Okay, so here we have important information. They were separated, okay? They were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. And tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee, okay? Last time I saw Marie, she's waving me goodbye, okay? The last time that the interpreters saw Marie was waving by, okay, waving by. With hurry hum drops on her cheek. Okay, hurry hum drop on her cheek. Let's consider this expression, hurry hum drops. Okay, first of all, drops are tears, okay, tears. And let's go for the definition, okay? Very well, drops. A small amount of liquid produced in a globule. Sleep low, decline amount, a very small quantity of anything, a very small amount of liquid, okay? And let's see if we got to cause to the globule such as water. Vertically to center the ground, to cause, to withdraw. A small quantity of liquid that falls or is produced in a more or less spherical mass, a liquid globule. The quantity of liquid contained in such a globule, okay, usually drops, liquid medicine, and solution relating, okay, for instance, European descent. Well, I cannot find the reference here, but if I look for tear, probably we are going to find, okay, tear, a drop of salty watery fluid produced by glands around the eyelid, okay? So a tear is a drop. So we can say that a drop we're talking about teardrops. Okay, and then they say hum drops, which makes sense if we think about this word. Okay, homesick. Okay, you see, so homesick is like, for example, when you are away from home and then you miss your home and you wanted to be there. Okay, you miss the people and you feel like nostalgic, and in this case we're talking about drops related to home. Okay, related to that being homesick, missing home, and crying because you are remembering your home. Okay, and Harry is only the idea is that the drops that the little Marie was crying at the moment, instantly, immediately. Okay, in a short, without notice. I mean, it was just like automatic reaction. The father was leaving, she was waving by, and the tears came to her from her eyes. Okay, quickly, immediately. Okay, that's the idea. All right, very well. And then we have Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. Antora Parror, happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye, with hurry home drops on her cheek and trickle from her eye. Okay, trickle is related to in this case to the action of crying. Let's look to trickle. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Trickle. And for trickle, we have a drop. Oh, excuse me. We have to cause to flow by drops. Okay, that flow in this case in Marie's face, Marie's cheeks. Okay, that was to pass it by beat slowly or irregularly, a trickling flow or a stream. Okay, a stream. Just think about the teardrop and running through the face, through the cheek, and that's trickle. Okay, very well. And then we have with hurry hum drops on her cheek that trickle from her eye. Mary is only 6 years old. Okay, now we know there's a mother who, what did the mother do? Let's look for the information. Because her mom did not agree. Okay, we were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. So there was a problem with the couple and they had to separate, to split it up. And Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try to put me through her in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, now well, we are going to look to another song because this is important, because there was like a controversy who was this Marie. Okay, who was this Marie? And then a couple of years later, Chuck Berry wrote another song, and that song was Little Mary. Let's look, Little Mary. Okay, let's try to find out. Little Mary is a 1915 American short drama film. No, I don't want that. Oh my gosh. Let's look for the lyrics. Okay, Little Mary. Chuck Berry lyrics. Okay, Little Mary. Yes, so yes, long distance. I'll accept the charge, I'll pay. You see? So in the first song, we can from this second song we can infer that the conversation was not possible. Okay, the mother definitely the mother didn't agree, but now he's receiving a long distance call, and he begins by saying yes, oh yes, long distance, I accept the charge. Okay, so that is what when you call collect, when you don't want or you don't or you can't pay the call, and then you ask the operator to have a call collect call. That means that the person who is going to receive the call is going to pay. And then he says, and that's what he says, okay, I accept the charge, I pay. Which loved one is calling me? I did not hear you say. Okay, it's not clear for him who's calling, if Mary or Mary's mother. Which love is calling me? I did not hear you say. Both are deep with my heart. This is heart, okay, misspelling. Her mom and my Mary, okay? So for him in this moment, it would be nice whether the mother or Mary is calling. Whoever is calling, they belong to his heart, and he's going to be very happy to listen to what whoever the voice is. It's so good to hear your voice from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, Mon's voice or Mary's voice. It's good. Oh, you mean so much to me, both of them. Okay, more than you'll ever know, both of them. Surely you have not forgot how much I love you so, both of them. If you could remember, dear, and sometimes talk to me, maybe that would reunite our home in Tennessee. Probably this phrase is for the mother because he's talking about the reunion, and then the Mary couldn't decide what if the relationship can be restored or not. But the mother definitely can. Okay, so and then so if you would remember, dear, the mom to the mom, sometimes talk to me. Maybe that would reunite our home in Tennessee. Last night I saw you just before I had to leave. Now this is for Mary. I mean, you did not want to see me off and promised me not to grieve. Okay, you didn't want to see me go and promise not to grieve. You did not want to see me and promise not to grieve. Let's take a look to grief. It's related to suffering, I guess. Not to grieve. To feel grief, distress, sorrow, okay? To be sorry. To feel grief or really sorrow, okay? To suffer. And promise not to suffer, okay? My heart was torn apart as I look back at my Marie, under the peace, okay? Under the peace. Okay, so I think that finally they are going to have a happy ending. Who's calling? We don't know, Marie or her mother. Let's look for this hard with a TH. I'm curious. The floor of a fireplace, open extending into room. Home and family life. Okay, home and family life. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's related to home and family. Let's listen to the pronunciation. Let me share the audio of the computer so that you can listen to the pronunciation.
Half.
One more time.
Half. Half. Half.
Okay, that's in the United Kingdom and the USA.
Hearth.
Okay.
Hearth.
Okay, let's go to Google to see if we can distinguish a difference between this and this.
Hearth heart. Hearth heart. Hearth heart.
Hearth, heart.
Hearth, heart.
Hearth, heart.
Hearth, heart.
Okay, very well. And then let's try the translations of my heart was torn apart. Okay. So
My hearth was tore apart.
it makes sense, okay? So it could be the heart, but no, he's talking about his home. All right, very well. So, and there the piece. So, ding, 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 ding. Okay, very well. So, what I can say is that, let's look to Wikipedia Memphis song. That at least, oh, no. Okay. Let me go back. And Memphis, Tennessee. I just wanted to show you that you have, with this song, you have an opportunity to exercise a lot and practice your English, because there has been a lot of versions, not only this one that we commented about, Johnny Rivers, Chuck Berry, and the Beatles, also Elvis Presley, of course. And I found that the Animals, Beatles versions, okay, and other popular versions. You see? Oh my gosh, I don't know where I saw the information, but I can tell you that there are a lot of people. This is Chuck Berry, Memphis, Tennessee. Church history, weekly church, and other covers. Other covers, okay? The song has been covered over 40 times by artists including The Animals, Paul Anka, The Hollies, Tom Jones, Sammy, Jerry Lee Lewis, Led Zeppelin, Roy Orbison, Elvis Presley, of course, the Rolling Stones, okay, Rod Stewart, and the Ventures. Well, the Ventures were instrumental rock band, so you can omit this. But what I mean is, with this song, you have an opportunity to practice your English a lot. Why? Because you have basic lyrics. I am sure that there are going to be some differences in the lyrics depending on the interpreter. So a good exercise is taking as a base the original song, the Chuck Berry's composition, and try to listen for differences in the different versions. That's one point. And the other is, of course, that the pronunciation is going to be a little bit different also. And that probably at the end, either you are going to love the song or you are going to hate it after listening to it as 40 times, okay? 40 times, more or less. Well, anyway, thank you very much for being here. I think that's it. As usual, this is my invitation for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Learning English with the Beatles sessions. And also, I am going to add some links of YouTube so that you can listen to the different, to a few different versions of Memphis. And of course, I am going to include Little Mary, okay? Thank you very much for being here. So practice your English and listen to the Beatles. Goodbye, so long. Okay, I'm here. Thank you very much again. So I insist on my invitation for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I insist on my invitation for you who are learning, who are improving your English, to do it through the Beatles music. In the next session, we are going to have a much better known song because the composer is Mexican. You know what the song is? Yes, I'm talking about Consuelito Velasquez and Bésame, Bésame mucho. Okay, very well. So that will be next session. Bye-bye, have a good time, excellent weekend, and be happy forever.